Hello, everybody. It is me, Everpriscatuzzi, and today we are here reviewing Citrus, episode 8. Is this episode 8? No, this is episode 9. Sorry about that. But, yeah, this episode was actually, it was terrific, to be honest. Like, I think that they pretty much did, like, every single, like, scene that was seen in the manga pages and stuff like that. And they even added a few scenes. One of the things I didn't think they would do is that they showed her meeting the guy. That's such like an unnecessary scene, but they still showed it. Like in the manga, I don't think that they even showed her even meeting a guy. I don't know. I would need to check, but that was weird. I wonder like it would have been cool if they would have shown what exactly transpired other than her meeting the guy. It's either she turned him down and then he just said okay, or like I just wonder what that interaction would be like. It just seems weird. And then also the reason why I think this episode is terrific is because the starting scene, leaving off from last week in this episode, that scene was actually it was pretty good because I really loved the music the music that they used that made the scene like very menacing and stuff like that. But then the way that May and Matsuri reacted, that was also exactly how it played out in my head as I was like reading the manga. Like they did that scene pretty good, especially the way that uh May was acting, because that's pretty much how May is. Like as soon as when you like get close to her and get off of her, I guess you could say like her front, her her like shield, she like turns into like this like defenseless girl a little bit. And other than that, Matsuri's plan was pretty cunning. Oh, I just remember this. I said this last week too. Matsuri's faces, the faces that she makes, the way that like they did it pretty good. Like her like it like advanced the manga. Like because in the anime, the faces that they made, the close-ups that they did on her lips this episode, those were some like creepy face levels of like face shots that they did that you would see in other animes, and I really love seeing that. They also did the thing where they changed her eyes from being sharp to big like they did last time too. And her plan was pretty predictable. If you could guess from last week, it was blackmail. She blackmailed May into doing what Matsuri was doing, where she was tricking guys into paying for fake nudes and stuff like that, and fake dates and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure that you have no idea if she went on a date, but then she went on a date with a guy. But then because of that, May turned her down. Then May foiled the plan a little bit by telling Yuzu to hang out with her. So then Yuzu ended up going on a date with Matsuri, but she didn't really want to because she's like half and half on Matsuri. It's kind of rude that she's trying to like that she's not trying to be friends with Matsuri, even though that Matsuri is like trying so hard. But I guess Yuzu is a dense character. Like she's very dense and she's very she's like a character that is like stupid, but unless you explain it to her like in front of her face and you have to say it multiple times, then she would get it. But I think in my last video I was talking about the Citrus manga. The guy that comments, I have no idea how to say your username because I have no idea why you would pick that username. So like I said, you like Yuzu found out the plan pretty easily because Matsuri blurted it out in the other half of the episode, and it's kind of funny that Matsuri gave it away just like that because like I guess it's mostly because Yuzu was only thinking about Mei, which is it's sort of like a double-edged sword. It's bad because Matsuri is a bad person and she's doing bad things, even though that she has like such a cute voice. To be honest, a lot of people said that they didn't like her voice. I think now because of this episode, I think her voice actually works, especially with the faces that she makes. I wanted her to actually have like a tsundere voice where like the girls go like oh ho ho, but I guess the tsundere is mostly the class president, the friend vice president. So I think that her cute voice actually works. And to be honest, if at the end of the episode when Matsuri is leaving Yuzu and Mei alone to like after the plan was over and they all made up, she jokes about them having a threesome. And you could see that Yuzu got a red face, so she was embarrassed about it. But there's probably a part of her that would like think that that plan would actually work. And you probably don't know this because it's in the manga if you haven't read it, but they have short stories at the end of the page. I think I say that every week. They have short stories at the end of the page, and one of the short stories is May becomes friends with Matsuri a little bit, or they like come on good terms, and they're in like May is like tutoring Matsuri, and then like I think it's Matsuri or May joke. I think Matsuri jokes about a threesome, and then for some reason Yuzu thinks that they're gonna have a threesome, so then she goes into the room and gets embarrassed because it was just them tutoring. There's also another short story that you might not know about, and it's pretty much Matsuri figuring out that Harumin has a crush on Yuzu. So if you didn't know that, then you know that now. And even if there was a season 2 to the show, because this anime is ending at episode 12, even if there's a season 2, you won't know that Harumin even has a crush on Yuzu because they just seem like best buds and best friends. But because of the ending, because of the short story, it's sort of implied that Matsuri thinks Harumin has a crush on Yuzu because of the way that she acts and because of how close they are. And you could tell that Harumin probably likes Yuzu like touching her and like being so close to her, even though that they became friends super quickly because they sort of have the same like personality or the same style, if you will. And I think that's pretty much all that happened in this episode. We had Yuzu, you had Matsuri blackmailing May. Then we had that stuff. Yuzu also baked a cake. I actually really like doing that in real life. I like making cakes. I don't make them a lot. Uh, Matsuri also deleted the picture because she like became a good person, which is something that we could all agree with. And May and Matsuri had like civil conversation, and they find out that they're both kind of the same, which is true. But I guess one is the dark side, one is the gray side. And then, oh yeah, the end of the episode, the very end of the episode is where we're in the same situation that we would be in every episode, where May is going on to Yuzu, and this is something that that's good. It's gonna get confusing in the episodes later on. I think that the starting of the next book, yeah, the starting of the next episode is gonna be very confusing, and the stuff that happens, a lot of people are gonna say that's a plot device. That's pretty much the only spoiler that I'm gonna get for the next episode. But yeah, May is opening up to Yuzu at the end of the episode, and that's pretty much all that happens in this episode. I really like this episode, so I'm saying episode a lot, but I'm making this video 10 minutes for some reason. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, leave a dislike if you didn't like me postponing the ending of this video. So yeah, see you guys in the next video, and see you next week. Bye.